So sometimes when I have brought to the tasting table a bourbon of a little bit of a higher proof, sometimes it's a little too hot for our liking. Like I think I maybe get into those a little bit more than you do. But in general, it's kind of like those are usually a little bit like, ooh, that's a little spicy. And that's kind of almost all we talk about. Right. So I found, like when I went down to my local Total Wine, I found my usual wonderful person that I talk with down there, Scott. He was hanging about, and I said, hey, what do you got for me in the bourbon area? Anything interesting I should know? And he pointed out a few things, which I completely shoved to the side. No. But eventually, he hinted on this one. I was like, oh, this sounds good. And I like the fact that it hits on a few things, including the proof that we're talking about, and it is a bourbon. I was like, you've met a few of my recommendations.
You had me at bourbon.
You had me at bourbon. So that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Wolcott Bottled in Bond Bourbon, made in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to say there.
That's about all there is.
I do not know anything else about this company. I have tried to look them up. I tried to do a little more searching. I've seen them on several other websites just for sale. Besides Total Wine, I could not find an actual website for them, so I don't know if they're, part of a larger company. I don't think it's a Buffalo Trace thing or whatever, but who knows? Maybe they're part of some other larger distillery. Right. They are out of Kentucky, but if anybody knows or has information on them, how this came about, definitely hit down there in the comments. I did see that they do a few other different bourbons. They have some that are not bottled in bond, which that means 100 proof. We were looking that up earlier specifically, and kind of meets certain specifications.
Right, 4 years, one distillery. It was a term that originated in the late 1800s in order to ensure that the whiskeys were going to be of a higher quality, and then there was also a tax break if you were bottled in bond, and so there's a lot of things that went into that. But so this is not just a Total Wine exclusive.
It is not. I have seen it on some other websites, and I don't know if that has to do with... whatever. Like I said, it is not a Total Wine thing. Like I said, I've seen it around, but a lot of places it is out of stock. Okay.
Here at your house, it's in stock.
It's in stock at my house.
And
that
here
is
for
correct.
This podcast, it's in our glass.
That is correct.
So
and at the very least, this will probably taste delicious because it's in these glasses that have our Glencairn glasses that are etched with our logo right there. If you want to see what these look like or have any interest in these, or just looking at what other things Glencairn has to offer, there's a link down below. Go check that out.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to check this out. Wow, lighter, definitely lighter than I thought it was going to be.
On that lighter side, but still definitely in the...
Darker honey, but
in
lighter.
The whiskey bourbon arena for sure.
Yeah, lighter, I guess at least I've been trying to go through some of my collection and make some notes on things lately on the Distiller app. And in going through there, I think maybe I've just gravitated toward grabbing some of the things that have been either had a little more aging on it or like a little more extra char. Like I think this one, it just has just regular, just oak charring, like nothing. It's not like, it does not have an extra finish on it or anything, obviously to meet with those standards. So it just is a little lighter to me. Right. That's a really nice nose. I like that.
Yeah, I get some vanilla. You get some caramel nut going on in there.
Yeah, there is a little nuttiness in there too. I almost get like a little whisper of cinnamon too. Yeah. Like there's something a little bit spicy. It's not quite full on like cinnamon, but there's something in there that is that light kind of sugary spice along with the vanilla and stuff that you just talked about.
There's that a little hint of fruit in there too, just a little bit. But
what kind of like? So now that you say that, I almost was thinking, like usually classically you get some sort of cherry or something like that, which I don't think I'm almost getting more like a peach or a nectarine. Is that weird?
Yeah, it's something more stone fruity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're on the same page there then. But really
predominantly it's those other things, and it's I think it's very well rounded. It's put together very well.
Yeah, it's a really nice
cohesive.
Cohesive. There we go.
Yes.
All right. We hope, as always, that this translates into the taste. This is really the big one right here.
2 for 2 or 1 for 1.
And we did not say alcohol. Like I don't even. That
it's not pervasive. I don't think.
Okay. Now we did just open. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
I think more of the cinnamon comes through. It's not cinnamony, but more of that.
Yeah.
There is some heat.
Yes.
But it's not overwhelming.
No, it's nice. It kind of carries the flavors. Like it almost feels like it's
I don't know what the price of this is going to be, but it's actually very nice. I like the balance, and I'm not getting as much of the vanilla in there as in the aroma, and the nut. I wish I was getting a little more of that. That's kind of taken a back seat to the other things, but it's still overall it's fairly well rounded.
I think a
and
little
balanced.
Yeah, I think a little bit of more of the like oak kind of comes through, but not the vanilla side of it. It's more toward the char,
Right.
Like I said, so there's a little bit of that's going along with the spice that's in there. Some of the sweetness has turned more into like a lighter molasses kind of thing. Like it's that kind of like, like brown sugarish kind of flavor. Yeah, the nuttiness and the vanilla I think is gone a little bit. So I think I was almost going to say some of the complexity is lost, but it's a different complexity.
It
so like
changes,
so that's not quite right. So yeah, it's a change in complexity, but I think it's still there. I really like it. It's a little I think I would like, I think we say this almost every day. I'd like a little more body. I wish there was a little bit more viscosity to it. And I think that would go a long way. So I don't know how much this was proofed down to get to the 100. Like, maybe that would have helped out a little bit. But overall, it's very good. It was 40, I think it was right around 45.
Oh, okay.
I know it was under $50. I think it was 45 for this bottle. And they do another one like that is even cheaper. Like I said, it's around 30, and I don't know what the aging is on that one. This one does not have an age statement, but obviously because of the bottle and bond has to be at least 4 years.
Right.
So maybe they just cut it right at the wire. Like who knows? Maybe that would have helped a little bit more too.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. Like I think this is good.
Yeah. I was thinking it was going to be more of a value.
Oh, sure.
Like you were going to tell me it was like $25 or $30 or something like that. And for that, I was going to say, wow, that's really good. It's still good. I still like it. It's
have you seen the whiskey market? 45 is a value, my friend.
It's true.
45 is a value, my friend.
That's a little bit crazy out there with all that stuff.
I didn't think it was going to come through. I wish a little bit of that fruit would have come through as well. Yeah. Like I'm kind of missing that. I don't know if did you get any of that? Like
no,
kind of stone
I didn't.
Fruit or anything.
Yeah, no. Like you said, it turned more into the of a darker, like a molasses, a little bit of a char, and to me the spice of the cinnamon and some heat. It's weird because it's not anything really like the nose. There's a little bit of what was in, but
there's a few things that transfer over.
It turned, but it didn't like make it completely like, oh my God, it's different, but it's not like a complete 180 from there. But it goes.
It's about 130 degree difference.
It goes 130 degrees. There's still some connection to the nose, but not as much. So
yeah, but maybe not as much as we were hoping for. But still,
right.
It's still good.
Right.
What is also still good, surprisingly, after over a decade of content, is our website AboutBeverages.com. You can find everything we've ever done there in some sort of form, whether it's recipes, podcasts, videos, news stories, anything. It is all still there in the archives. Go check that out. If you only want the latest videos, head to YouTube, subscribe there. We'd greatly appreciate that. You can find all of the latest video content, and you will never miss out on anything because you'll get a little reminder too if you've subscribed. And finally, audio wise, if you only want audio, you're on the go, you want to listen to our podcast as you're out and about, or maybe as you're just doing things around the house and
driving, who knows?
Exactly. You don't have time to watch. Obviously, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, any of those you can search for search for About Beverages, and you will probably find us, as well as any of your finer podcasting websites. Just look for About Beverages. You will find us there.
Also, you got the three pillars.
Yes,
the newly adjusted three pillars.
The newly adjusted three pillars. We're very happy with these. I can post all of them.
That's right. You have access to all of the accounts.
Exactly. Yes.
Those three being Instagram, TikTok, which is the newest one, which Andrew's been quite active on. Showed me a few of the things he posted recently. And so it's not just beverage-related TikTok. There's other stuff on there, too.
There's a little bit of everything. It's more of a variety, like fun, just like our personalities and everything. So,
and then also Twitter, which is the one that we use most often to keep you up to date on what's happening at About Beverages. We'll let you know we're going to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings, 5:30 Pacific. That's when we get together and we record our podcasts. We interact with the audience and just hang out, chat about all kinds of different things. Also, Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing throughout the week, game-wise, what he's going to be doing, who he's going to be doing it with, what he's going to be drinking while he's doing it. All of this information can be found at Twitter, so follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.